Obviously, it's a weird route, but you got here. It's a win. Just speak to how important that was.
Yeah, I mean, it is important to win, right? Especially start the ACC. I'm bad at taking wins when the offense doesn't do their job. So I gotta obviously be better at that. But yeah, like you said, win's a win. Still, I run back plays through my head. The game should have been over. Defense gave us 2 opportunities to seal the game, and we didn't do that as an offense. So there's stuff to improve on. But like you said, you start off the ACC with a win on the road. It's a great thing. It's hard to do, but we got to get better as an offense. That's all I got to say.
Second to last drive, when you guys were up 8, and I think y'all ran 2, and I think maybe you scrambled on the third one. Was that just playing it safe, letting the time run out because you trusted the defense? Or?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I thought we were going to be able to get a first down there, but we just kept getting 3 and outs. So that kind of puts a lot of stress on the defense. This defense just came off a long drive and got to stop, and then, I remember coming off the sideline, we're like, we gotta hold this ball. It doesn't matter what we do, we gotta keep this drive going. Our defense needs some time off. They just played their butts off, and we gotta do something as an offense, and we go 3 and out. So I just look back at those things, and it's just like it's frustrating to me, just because I want to help those guys out when they play so hard. But we got it done. Penalties, man. At the end of the game, penalties won us the game. We got in good field position. Julian makes a great return. A few runs here and there in field goal range, so it's kind of how it goes.
Brennan, Dave was saying they thought maybe you were a little too amped up to start. Maybe that caused some of the overthrows.
Yeah.
Do you think so or no?
I didn't know what to expect going into it as emotions, right? I felt like I handled it fine. It was pretty surreal, pretty weird coming back and playing and being on the other side. I don't really remember how it was at the start. I'm just thinking about how the game finished, right? But yeah, I can't really remember. Maybe, I'll go back and I'll just be like, missed that. That's my fault. Those type of things in film. But I felt like I handled it well. I didn't get too fired up. I got a little fired up at the end when we weren't moving the ball. But other than that, I feel like I was okay. Especially in that first drive, I wasn't sure how I was going to be. I feel like it was okay there.
Could you go through how the 2 big plays to KC for 3rd and 14 conversion near the end of the first half and then the touchdown?
Yeah, I mean, they started, if we weren't efficient on 1st and 2nd, they started throwing different fronts up at us, and they were coming. And that's all I knew was that they were coming. And so I guess the one to KC on the 3rd and 14 with the big play, getting us down there to be able to score before half. I just tried to buy a little time. I knew he was going to post in there. And so I just found him late. They got through there, but bought a little time with my feet and was able to give him a ball. That was a big play. And I think they went cover 3 on that seam ball to KC, and he caught in front of that safety and scored in the second half. I think that was cover 3. They went to thirds, and we just called him up the seam. I think they were playing like some zone blitz there, and we caught him there. Other than that, I feel like we didn't stay efficient on 1st and 2nd down, and then they got to their funky stuff, and then they brought the pressure, and we're getting hit. So we kind of figured that out later on in the game, but like I said, we just got to be more efficient on 1st and 2nd down.
And Brennan, you've played with a lot of freshman receivers over your career, but Casey's playing so well. What have you seen out of him that's helping him make such a big impact?
This doesn't like scare him. He doesn't hesitate. He likes this stuff.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about the lights. Well, he enjoys it. Trust me, Casey enjoys the lights, but it doesn't affect him. As a young guy, he just goes out there and plays. I mean, what else can you do?
Yeah.
I think being so young, it kind of helps sometimes. You just go around and play. Who cares what happens? I'm young, whatever, right? And he's doing that right now at a high level. He's making plays for us, and he made 2 huge plays, 3 plays for us, 2 touchdowns, and then that third down conversion. Huge plays for us this game. So I'm proud of him. I think this will keep building his confidence up, and hopefully we can see more improvement throughout the year.
Afterward on the field, were there any moments with any former teammates?
Oh, yeah.
Anyone in particular that you had?
Oh man, I saw some of the guys, right? I mean, I remember the older guys that I've came in with, right? Some of them are still there. So I remember Grant, remember Jared, remember Cohen, Aaron, just a bunch of the older guys that because there's so many new players now, and so many freshmen, but some of the guys that I came in with that are still there, and I'm still in college, they're still in there. So seeing those guys again was kind of nice, just because we built a really good relationship over the 5 years I was there. So just getting to see those guys again was cool. I know.
Eric got in your grill a little bit tonight, didn't he?
Who was it?
Famui got close to you.
Yeah, well, he wanted to sit on me. He can hear this one. Hopefully he hears it. He sat on me forever, and I'm like, Aaron, what are you doing? And I pushed him. He's like, BA, what's up? And I'm like, I just look at you. He's like, you know what the heck you're doing? You're just sitting. He's literally just sitting on me. And I was like, it's kind of, I've been around him enough. No bad blood there, but I was like, what are you doing, dude? I gave him a shove. He looked at me crazy, but that's funny. It's fun to play. I mean, I would never expect that interaction with Aaron, right? Being able to play against him. So, yeah, that is what it is. I was on the field stuff.
Can you take us through
One
the
more
last
question.
Can you take us through the last drive that led to the game-winning field goal? Just
Oh man, shoot, we were trying to go for it, right? We got good field position. Julian made a great return. We know Brady can kick from about the 35, and he can hit some bombs now. And so we just called regular pass plays, and that one, they gloved it up. They zoned everything off. I took off. I don't know what I got, 9, whatever it was on that run. And at that point, I mean, we were in field goal range, so we kind of ran, did a little bit of quarterback ISO, and just tried to center the ball up. Yeah, and we were in field goal range by that point. I mean, the penalties helped us. I mean, that's just kind of what it is. Julian with that, and then the penalty helped us there, get us in field goal position right away, and just I had to get a few yards, and we're there. So it was a pretty different 2-minute drill, because it was such a short field for us. So it's a lot different.